Love Sarah seemed like it was going to be a really sweet, heartwarming film, but it ended up being tremendously dull. There's nothing necessarily badly done about it. The performances are fine, the characters are boring but believable, and the narrative flows well enough. It just doesn't really have a lot to offer, and it absolutely could have done. I think there was the potential, it just didn't deliver. This was released in 2020. It's directed by Eliza Schroeder, written by Jake Brunger, and we have a cast including Celia Imrie, Shannon Tarbet, and Shelley Conn. And it's about three individuals who are working together to create or open, I guess, a bakery in Notting Hill. And in general, it's very boring. It's more so about the characters, their emotions, their relationships against the backdrop of opening this bakery, but the characters are incredibly dull. The performances are fine with what they had to work with, but I don't think the story worked very well. There's not a lot of substance to it. The characters don't have a lot of substance to them. It's just very boring. And on top of that, it is ugly. It is not a nice film to look at. Not in terms of the camera angles or anything, but the colour palette is so bland. It is so boring. And not every film needs a bright, vibrant colour palette, but when you have a dull narrative and boring characters, these are one of the few things you have left to cling on to. And there are a couple of scenes here and there where it's maybe a little bit more appealing to look at, but generally speaking, throughout the film, the bulk of it is very boring to look at as well. So it doesn't really have anything to offer other than a pretty decent cast and some okay performances. So I was really disappointed by this. It is watchable. So if you're looking for something to put on in the background while you're doing other things, if you maybe want a bit of background company, then by all means, I'd say I'd recommend it for that because there's nothing irritating about it. But at the same time, it's just not a very satisfying experience. Visually, it's very boring. The characters are dull. The story is very slow and mundane. Again, there are a few scenes here and there, a few brief moments that are okay. It's not the worst film in the world, but I feel like it had a lot of potential. It could have been a really moving, heartwarming film. It could have been very easy to connect with the characters and feel their emotional journeys, and it just didn't deliver. So Love Sarah could have been brilliant, but unfortunately I found it to be tremendously boring.